And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
On second down, it's Jones. Jones hit, and the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point.
So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower postgame.
Tyler Irvin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
At the 40-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
At the 9-yard line.
Working from the gun. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jay Sternberger, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are back within a score. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. When you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough, they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's going deep for Brown. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's McDonald. He finds Humphreys. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
1st down, Tennessee. That's the end of the first quarter with the score Titans 10, Packers 7.
First down carry for Henry. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
The tackle made by Christian Kirksey.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
On the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
The Packers 34-yard line.
On second down, here's Henry. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 26. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Play action. It's McDonald. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Complete to
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
To throw on second down. McDonald, that's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They'll try to run from the first with Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. This one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
2nd and goal.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run. It's Henry. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Rodgers, a free play. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way up to the 49. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will be incomplete. Rodgers tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle is made at the Titans' 29-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 29.
Now a first down carry by Jones. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Check 55, Mike. So we got man. Mike, 55. Right there. 55. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Now Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Packers 14, Titans 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. A final shot before break. McDonald, they set up the screen for Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within strike? Derrick Henry all alone. 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Titans are going to retake the lead.
For the extra point.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They'd done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Watch twins. Wide. Get 130. Check it back. Check it.
Again, it's Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the carry.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the...
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. He's got the tight end, Sternberger. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 26. 25 yards that time.
The 26-yard line.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
A give to Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Forced out to his left. That is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
To throw on third down. Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays, and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Henry, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
4-yard line.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And that's caught by Smith. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. And the busy night for Henry continues. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. 2nd and 11. They go play action with McDonald. And this is going to be intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down and 5.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
To Aaron Jones.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Rodgers. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers. And he almost intercepted it.
Rodgers.
They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 17.
Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Christian Fulton, the rookie, picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and
they'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Now Savage on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDonald dancing to his left. Smith catches left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 14. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Henry. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry in the final minute. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it? And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
By the Titans.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They begin with Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Henry, the ball carrier.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo. Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the tight.
Kick it and go. Kick it and kick it and go. With a stiff arm, spin move, and zones go. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on.